I am done gatekeeping these 10 hot girl habits. If you've ever felt off or stuck in a rut, this is your cheat code. No aesthetics, no fluff, just real habits that actually change your whole vibe. First up, hot girls track their energy. Hot girls don't hustle harder, they simply hack their body clock. We all have days when we're really productive, we really want to conquer the day, but then we also have days when we just do not feel like getting out of bed. The trick here is, instead of pushing yourself through fatigue, track when you're naturally drained versus naturally focused. Here's what I started doing. I started noticing when in the entire day do I feel more creative, more alert, or more sluggish. After that, it was pretty easy. I started delegating certain tasks to the time when I felt I would be able to do it the best. So for example, I know I am most creative and most alert early on in the morning. From say 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. is when I'm super creative, super pumped. But then after 2 p.m., after lunchtime, it's just tung 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 tung. So my shooting hours I usually keep as the first half of my day. So early on in the morning, I get ready, I start filming, so I'm done by lunchtime. Then all the smaller tasks, all the back-end tasks, I keep for after lunch. Tasks where I know I'm not going to be spending a lot of mental energy, a lot of bandwidth. I know it's just going to be basic stuff that doesn't require active thinking. Your energy levels do fluctuate depending on what part of your menstrual cycle you're in. So it's important to acknowledge that as well. So there are tons of apps to help you out with that. According to chronobiology, working with your circadian rhythm increases productivity up to 20% and reduces burnout. Why not use it to your advantage? Second, midweek serotonin boost. Retail therapy is real. Now, obviously, I don't mean go bankrupt in the name of retail therapy, but research has shown gifts actually increase the feelings of life satisfaction and reduce cortisol levels. And you know when this is even more impactful? When you get the gifts from yourself rather than receiving them from someone else. So not on weekends, not on date nights, I want you to gift yourself a gift, whether it be flowers, a new mug, anything, on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Tuesdays, any day which is not the weekend, not a date night, not a birthday. There is something so insanely magical about giving yourself a midweek boost. And you're romanticizing a totally normal day, especially on days when you want the week to end. You think it's a Friday, but it's actually just a Wednesday. That's when you need the serotonin boost. So you're romanticizing a totally normal working day and you're improving your mood for the days ahead. Personally, what I like to do is anytime I'm out for a walk in the evening and I feel like it's such a sluggish day, I go and buy myself some flowers and different flowers. So sometimes I'll do lilies, sometimes I'll do roses. So I buy myself flowers midweek and next day morning I wake up feeling मैं तो अपनी life की princess हूँ, even if I have 10 pending tasks on my to-do list. Next, simplify it until it makes sense to you. Remember how in school our teachers made us copy notes from the board, but it never really clicked until we reworded it in our own language and made sense of it. That's how learning actually works. And I used to treat skincare like that as well, seeing, oh, this works for someone and buying it as well. But that left skincare as a whole feeling complicated and I would never truly stick to a routine. Now my routine is basic, but it's effective. Cleanse, tone, moisturize, and sunscreen. Speaking of sunscreen, I was wary of using it daily since most are filled with heavy chemicals which lead to breakouts and clogged pores, but then I found just the right one. I'm currently using the new Himalaya Sun Protect Plus Ultralight Sunscreen, and this is the first sunscreen I have seen which is made with 90% natural origin ingredients. It's clinically tested to deliver true SPF 50 and PA++++, offering broad spectrum protection from UVA and UVB rays. It's quick absorbing, leaves no white cast, and is made for Indian skin and weather. Bonus, it's also sweat resistant. It protects my skin from sunspots, sun damage, tanning, helping it stay naturally healthy and glowing without needing 20 steps. See, when you simplify things in your own ways, your brain goes, oh, I get this now. This sunscreen is safe on skin and strong on the sun, and you can grab this from the link in my description box or from Amazon, Myntra, Nykaa and stores near you. Sometimes things might seem very overwhelming and you're not sure how to make sense of it. Sometimes your to-do list might have 20 different things to do, but you're not sure where to even start. In which case, I have a Notion planner which I like to call the Ultimate Life Planner, which simplifies things down for me. So every time I feel like I'm not sure what to do, where do I even begin this from? In the Notion planner, you'll see there's a weekly reset routine, there's a self-care check-in, there's a habit tracker, there's a morning routine, there's an evening routine, there's a calendar view, there's your to-do list, there's everything that you would want in there. There's also a section on movies to watch, books to read. There's just so much in there. It's all in one place. It's like your second brain. That's how I use it. Instead of keeping things in my brain, cluttering my brain up, I dump it all down on my Notion and everything's just in place. You can make your own Notion planner or you can get mine. I'll leave the link to it right down below. Make sure you have a look. It's led to so much mental clarity over here. Make the most of it. Next up, have a life uniform. We humans make about 35,000 decisions decisions a day. Take a second and actually comprehend that number. 35,000. So streamlining what you want to wear makes room for more important decisions to be made. This is something I actually heard Mark Zuckerberg talk about long back. You've seen he mostly wears a grey t-shirt. That grey t-shirt of course is super comfortable. It's a designer t-shirt. However, he does not spend his brain power making decisions like what to wear, especially when he can have a life uniform. Now I'm not saying go wear the same t-shirt again and again and again, but on days when you don't want to spend your time or your energy thinking, what am I going to be wearing today? A few outfit formulas that will never fail you always come handy. A few dresses, tops, bottoms, Indian outfits, whether it's for coffee dates, meetings, filming days. This is a great way of beating decision fatigue. So one day prior, all I want you to do is go to your cupboard and find out tops, bottoms that will always work with you, never against you. Make outfit combinations and save it for days when you really do not want to rack your head. Create tech-free zones in the house. Now this could be any spot of the house. It could be your balcony, it could be your skincare drawer, it could be your dining table. One of them should be screen-free. Doing this resets your dopamine receptors. Basically, all this means is when you stop overstimulating your brain starts paying attention to simple things that it was earlier overlooking. And you start enjoying the little things again, like the smell of your perfume or the way that the sun hits a certain plant. For us in this house, the dining table is a tech-free zone. So no iPads, no laptops, no phones. We are just sitting and we're having dinner and we're communicating, we're talking, we're sharing what we did throughout the day. And it's something I would really encourage you to do as well, because you tell me in the entire day how much quality time do you actually spend with your loved ones. It's mostly during meals, and if during meals as well your phone is an interrupter, dish it out, leave it away for now. And once again, this isn't me, this is actual science, and this is something that most hot girls do, and you'll realize their relationships are flourishing, their skincare game is bang on. Why? Because they do not have a phone constantly buzzing the entire time while they're doing that particular task. The next one that I'm going to tell you guys is actually super underrated. It's an actual cheat code. Like, I'm not even making this up. This one thing, if you keep it in mind every single day, and you'll see a big shift. The 90-second rule for emotions. According to neuroscientist Dr. Jill Bolt-Taylor, emotions chemically last only 90 seconds in the body, and everything after that is just your mental narrative. So, what does that mean? Anytime you're overwhelmed and you're crying, you're sobbing, remember, the first 90 seconds are when, okay, I get it, the body actually has some kind of chemical activity going on, you are stressed out. But after those 90 seconds, which is a minute and a half, by the way, it's not too long, every time you sit and cry, you sulk, you overthink about it, that's actually your mind playing a game. So anytime I am upset, I am sulking, I am feeling like I'm going down a rabbit hole, I remind myself emotions only last 90 seconds in the body. Anything after that is just my thoughts that are fueling it. This rule is so simple, but it is so powerful, and it's something that has genuinely changed my life. Train yourself to stop, to sit, let those thoughts pass by, drink some water, breathe in, breathe out, let those 90 seconds pass, and you will stop the spirals before they even start. Next up, digital mood board folder. Most of you probably already have a vision board, but why do vision boards actually work? Visual cues activate what is called your brain's reticular activating system. Basically, you start noticing ideas and opportunities that align with your vision. Now, what I want you to do is take a few images, these can be from Pinterest, and make desktop folders about everything that you want. So one folder, for example, could be about your house, what kind of future house you want. One could be about a relationship that you want. One could be about your career. One could be about your family. Just different folders for different things. Sure, you can download these photos from Pinterest, but then I want you to organize them into folders that are on your desktop. This way, so every morning you're not constantly opening the app and getting distracted by too many aesthetic options, and you're not losing sight of what truly aligns with your goals. Goes without saying, I want you to update these folders every now and then whenever you're in the headspace, but be ruthless when you're deciding what you want to put in these folders, because I'm telling you, Pinterest is a rabbit hole, and every time you scroll through these apps, you see so many beautifully done images. Let's say you are a very ambitious career person, you like hustling, but then you see sort of trad wife content or trophy wife content that does not relate to your lifestyle, but you might get lured into thinking, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, whereas right now you're in this zone where you really need to be the boss babe of your life. You know what I mean? Which is why we're eliminating that one step and simply organizing this on your desktop. Next, you're going to keep a private compliment document. That rhymed. Let me tell you a fact about your brain. Your brain is wired to remember criticism more than it remembers praise. This document is a way of balancing that out. Now, whether you want to make a document or you want to make a photo album, completely your choice. All you're doing here is storing all the positive feedback you've received in one box. So every time you look at this, every time your brain goes back into its circle and goes into this sort of negativity bias, you open this document or you open this folder and you're flooded with all the positive compliments and praises that you have received. Imposter syndrome is real. We talk a lot about it in psychology, and I want you to know that this is a good, healthy way. Of course, it's not a clinical way, but it's a very healthy lifestyle way of dealing with it. So when imposter syndrome kicks, this album answers. I have an album on my phone where I screenshot and keep the best things people have ever said to me. DMs, YouTube comments, emails from brands, messages from friends, everything. Number 9, a Sunday reset box. Okay, this one is very important. It has a lot of science, evolutionary psychology behind it. So I want you to actually pay close attention to what I'm saying. We're talking about rituals. From an evolutionary perspective, rituals help ancient humans signal predictability and safety, even in the most chaotic environments. When our ancestors repeated routines, it showed to the tribe, okay, we are safe. We're doing this routine, which means we're not in danger. We're worshipping, which means we're not in danger. We're doing XYZ because we're not in danger. You know what I mean? Repeated familiar routines meant that the tribe was safe. Rituals indicate to your brain, we're safe, we're okay. That is why even a small Sunday ritual reduces anxiety, because your brain knows I'm doing just fine. I created a little Sunday ritual box for myself with a face mask, my sleepy tea, my journal, my nice little pen that I like to write with. So every Sunday I take it out and I do my slow little unwinding ritual. It's a habit loop. Cue, routine, reward. Every habit has 3 parts. Cue, which is the trigger that tells your brain to go into autopilot. So here it is, the Sunday reset box. Routine is obviously the actual routine that you're going to follow every Sunday, which is to sip the tea, to put on your nail paint, to put your face mask. And reward is the benefit you get out of doing that. So you feel calm, you feel composed, you feel that you're fine, you feel less anxiety. And this signals your brain that you have to do it again and again and again. So when you see the reward that comes from the Sunday ritual box, your brain goes into a habit loop. And why should you do this? Not just because it's going to make you look nice, your nails are going to be painted, your hair is going to be fine, your face is going to be glowing. No, of course, those are things that you get with it. But most importantly, your body and your brain both need closure at the end of the week, and hot girls know this. Hot girls are not hot because they look a certain way. Sure, putting a face mask helps, sipping your sleepy tea helps, writing down in your journal helps, but you know what actually makes the difference? It is giving closure to your body and your brain at the end of the week, saying thank you, I am grateful, and I'm ready to ace the next week. That's what hot girls do, and looking good, cherry on the cake. It's beyond lighting a scented candle. It's beyond listening to nice soothing music. It's actual science. It's not just someone making it up. And now that we're talking about sleepy tea, point number 10 has to do with sleeping, which is give yourself a 5-minute body scan before going to sleep. On days when you are fully in your body while sleeping, you will sleep much better than on days when you are thinking about your to-do list, you watched a movie and that movie is still running in your head. You will sleep much better when you're in your body. This is something my Nani actually taught me during this phase of life when I was absolutely down the dumps. It's a somatic practice that is scientifically proven to lower your heart rate and your cortisol levels. All you have to do is lie in bed, close your eyes, and mentally scan your body from head to toe. No phones, no podcasts, no books, no noise, no TV. Here's why this works. Evolutionarily, your body needed to assess constant danger. A tiger might attack, the other tribe might attack. And that is why a racing heart, tight muscles. You had no option but to stay alert. But when you let that go, when you take a step back, when you intentionally check in and release those tensions, your brain receives the signal, no threat here. That is why body scans lower your cortisol. They hack your brain's built-in danger radar, and they let your brain and body truly rest. And those are 10 very easy things you can put into practice. It's okay if you don't get up at 5 a.m. It's okay if you don't write down in your journal every single day. It's okay if you don't do yoga or if you've not worked out for one day. It's fine. Stick to these micro habits and let me know how you feel in about a month's time. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave your comments down below letting me know what other video topics you want me to cover, and I would love to make those for you. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because that always helps. We're trying to reach 600k super soon, and I can't wait for you to join our family. And I'll see you guys super soon. Till then, bye bye.